Hi guys, welcome to Finding Sanctuary. My name is Karen. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of my subscribers. I really appreciate you and the support that you provide. And if you're new here, I'd like to welcome you to my channel. So today we're looking at the Cherry Blossom edition of the Black Violet Tarot by Heidi Phelps. This is one that I purchased off Kickstarter. And as you can see here, my edition comes with a certificate of authenticity. It certifies that this deck is number 163 of 500 and is an authentic Cherry Blossom edition of the Black Violet Tarot. The box also comes with the number 163 out of 500 on it and has Heidi Phelps' signature, which I'm really happy about. So we'll just read the back of the deck together. It says the Black Violet Tarot, a deck for artists and dreamers. Throughout history and folklore, violets have represented life and fertility, death and remembrance, a striking contrast of joy versus grief, beginning versus ending, and future versus memory. Created by Heidi Phelps as she became a mother whilst losing her own mother to cancer, the original Black Violet Tarot was illustrated entirely in black and white to reflect the idea of bittersweet dualities. The Cherry Blossom edition of the Black Violet Tarot adds in joyful pops of blush pink, inspired by cherry blossoms and symbolizing hope and rebirth. So here we can see the inside of the boxes. On the left-hand side, we actually have the bottom of the box, which has the lady on it, and on the right-hand side, we have the top of the box that has the two flowers. Now, as you can see, the inside of the box looks like it's not stuck down securely, but it actually is. It just sits up in that way. So as you can see here, the back of the cards as well as the guidebook. The guidebook is the same size as the cards, so it's quite small. It is 67 pages long. It has a meaning for every card as well as a reverse meaning, which is lovely. It's very concise, but it gives you everything that you need to be able to use this deck. Here is an image of the sticker that came with this deck. It is of the Six of Cups card, and it is a gorgeous image. I love the fact that the two girls are sharing a cup between them. So now we'll have a look at the cards in this deck. There are 78 of them. I believe that each card is been modelled off the original Black Violet Tarot deck. I've seen images of that, but prior to actually purchasing this one on Kickstarter, I hadn't heard about the other one. So I was really taken by the colour. The colours that are used in this deck, and that's why I decided to back it, and I'm really pleased that I did. The thing I absolutely loved about this Kickstarter edition is that Heidi was fantastic with keeping us updated about the information and how the deck was going, if there was any problems and all those things. She was really upfront, which made it a really great process. I have purchased off Kickstarter before and I haven't had that level of detail and feedback from the actual creator. So hats off to Heidi. She did a phenomenal job. The deck does come with two bonus cards, but Heidi has decided to keep these hidden, and I've chosen to do that too. So guys, I'm really interested to know what you think of this deck. Being an indie deck on Kickstarter, I'm not sure how readily available it is for anyone to purchase if they hadn't already backed it via Kickstarter, but it is an absolutely gorgeous deck, and I'd love to know your thoughts and feelings around it. Do you already have this deck or the Black Violet Tarot, the original deck? Are you interested in trying to get this deck? And how do you think it would work with the decks that you already have? I've been using it for a couple of weeks now, and I found that the deck is extremely easy to shuffle. It's beautiful to hold. The cards aren't too big. I don't necessarily have big hands, so the cards are nice in my hands. They're a really great size. What I like about these cards is they have a lot of flexibility in their movement when you're using them. And as I said, they shuffle really easily. For those of you who like a particular thickness to your cards, these are probably on the thinner side. But in saying that, there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. They are easy to use and they're definitely sturdy enough. Now, as you can see, as we've gone through the cards, they are on the minimalist side. The images are they're absolutely stunning. But what I do find with them is they're very deep. Even though they're minimal, they are quite deep. It has a very feminine energy to the cards. Every person in the card is female. There are no male figures in the deck, which is only to be expected considering that Heidi said it was a woman-led take on the Rider Waite Smith deck. Like all creations, things can and do go wrong often when you are creating something from scratch. Heidi did a phenomenal job, as I've already said. There was a glitch when the decks were originally sent out. Somebody noticed that the Page of Pentacles actually had the wrong imagery on it, and it was the Page of Swords image with the Page of Pentacles information. So what happened was the production of sending out the decks was halted. The card was reprinted and sent to everybody who had already received a deck. And those of us who hadn't received the deck, ours was sent out later with the added card. Now, Heidi so graciously kept the card that was in error with the deck she continued to send out and included the new card with it, for which I'm truly grateful.